Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Pankaj and today in this video we'll continue our journey to learn pandas. So guys, in the last video we have covered the pandas series. So before starting the video, I request you all to please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. In this video, we will cover or start our journey to learn pandas data frame. So in this topic, I'll cover how to read pandas data frame and common methods which is shared between series and pandas data frame and exclusive methods of pandas data frame, difference between the shared methods, like some method that how we perform in series and how we can manipulate it in data frame, and at last we will cover the broadcast operations on pandas data frame. And so as usual, at the end of the video we will talk about the interview question from this topics. So guys, without wasting time, let's get started. So first of all, I have imported the pandas library and then I've used this read underscore csv function to load our data, as I have used this function because my file format is csv. So this is a data frame which it provides after loading the data, and if you can see there is a nan value. So what the meaning of this nan value? uh, let me explain it. So first of all, let me show you what is present in the file. So here we have blank cell actually. So whenever we have a blank in our file, so the pandas data frame convert that blank value into nan value. If you can check here also, there is a nan, and if I'll check this on my file, so here we have blank value. So what pandas do, so suppose if we have a null value, so pandas convert that null value into nan values. Okay, so next, to use this pandas data frame, I need to first store it in some variables. So I use df and store the whole data frame in df variable. Next, let me show you, if you have a large number of data and you want to just need to understand what are there in the data, so you can use that head function and it shows the top 5 values of the data. And if you will provide here the number, suppose I will provide 10, so it will show the 10 rows. Similarly, we also have a tail function which works similarly to the head, but the difference is that the tail method shows the last 5 values of the data frame. And similarly, if I provide any number, it will show only one row if I provide 1 here. Next, let's first of all cover the topics like common attributes and methods which are present in series and also in data frame. So we have learned index. Okay, so let me show you. So we have index attribute is also here. Similarly, we have a d type also. So what d type do, if I talk about in series, so in series we have only one column or one dimensional data. That's why it just show the single row or single row actually. So here we have multiple columns, so it shows the data type of every and each and every column. So we have in a customer id of int type, surname of object type, and similarly all the data are converted, and similarly all the data type has been shown here. Okay, so these are the some common data types which I can say present in pandas series and pandas data frame. There's one more data frame, that is values. It just convert the whole array into numpy array. Let me now show you the exclusive methods which are present in data frame only. So in data frame we have one attribute columns. What it do, it gives me the list of all the columns which are present in the data frame. So if I can check here df.head, so you can check here, these are the column names and it shows me all the columns name. Similarly, we have axis attribute which gives me the both the axes. First it shows me the range index, what is the index in, I can say, in column wise, what is the value in column wise and what is the values in row wise. And next I can show we have a info method in data frame which actually shows or give the information about the data frame. So suppose first of all it shows me it's a data frame, and it has a 1000 range indexes, and entries have started from 0 and ended at entry 9999. Data columns have 13 columns, and these are all the column name with having a null values or not. So we can check from here that we have a gender, age, and is active number. These three are the columns in which we have some null values, and similarly it also provides the data type. So from this you can understand the overall, or I can say a small knowledge of your data, that there is some null values in the data, and how many rows or how many records are present in our data, what are the data type of the columns. So it's a kind of small information about the data. All right, so next I'm gonna cover the difference between shared methods. So suppose we have a sum method in pandas series also, and the sum method is also present in pandas data frame. So let me show you what are the difference between what will be the difference in these two if I use the same methods. So suppose I'm gonna make first a data frame from list 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I have created the series. So this is my series. If I use a dot sum function here, so it shows me the sum of the number. And similarly, suppose in df, so here we have okay, so now first of all here we have string values also. So I'm gonna convert this data frame into small data frame. I will name it mini df, and this is the method actually, not exactly the method, this is a way by which you can transfer your data frame into mini data frame. So suppose I'm gonna take this credit score from age. So if I check the mini data frame, so there's only three values. Okay, so now what I will do, if I apply some method on mini data frame, it will show you the credit score sum, age sum, and tenure sum. Suppose I want to sum it in row wise like this, horizontally. So there is a function, not function, we have a parameter in this, in data frame, axis. So I'm going to provide axis equals to 1. So it shows me the sum horizontally wise. So I can say 619 plus 42 plus 2. So yes, it's 663. And you can write here as columns also. I think it's working. Yes. Yes, it works. So if you provide one or either provide columns, it will work in both the way. And this is the difference actually. If you will use sum axis equals to 1, I don't think it's work. Let me show axis equals to 1. It shows an error for this series as we have only one column, so that's why it shows an error. So this is a difference in series and data frame of same data. This is a difference in method, same method in series and data frame. Next I'm going to show you some methods by which if you want to I can say, if you want to fetch a single column from data frame. So suppose, let me first show you the data frame, not 0. So this is the data frame, and what I will do now, so I need this column only. So I will use surname. So if you will fetch a single column from data frame, it convert the column into pandas series. You can check here, it's a series. So it's a nice method, but there's a one drawback if you use this way to fetch the data. Suppose we have a blank in surname. So suppose if we have a surname like this, so it throws an error in this way. So if a column name has contained blank or space between the values, so there's another function. You need to write your column name in the square bracket. It works. So you can use this method. I like this method actually, and I always use this method because it will not work 100%ly. So but this will always work in every scenario. Now what I will say, if you want to add a new column in your data frame, what you need to do, just write df. Let me first show you the to understand, let me just show you the data actually. Okay, so now I want to add one more data frame, and I want to provide the name of the data frame as id, and for first I will provide all the numbers as 100. So now id is added to my data frame, and if we'll check the data frame now, so here at the end of the data frame, the last column is id, and it contains 100 values. Similarly, suppose if you want to add a column between two columns, in between two columns, so what you will do, there's a method I'm going to show you. So here's a method, insert. First of all, what you need to provide, you need to provide the in which position you need to add the column. Suppose I'll say 3, then I'll provide the column name. So this time I'm going to provide the column name as id underscore 1, and the value I need to write in it, let's say 200. So now if you'll check the data frame, so in the third position you can check the column is added. So this is the way you can add the column in a position. Next we will cover broadcasting operation. So suppose if you want to perform a single thing to whole data frame, suppose if you want to add some number or subtract some from particular column, so what you will do, suppose I'm gonna take this age column and I'll add 5. First of all, I'm going to show you the column. So this is the column values, and then I'm adding 5 in the age. So you can check in this way, you can add the particular number to whole data frame. If you want to perform anything on whole data frame, you can use this method, and there are a lot of methods you can use here. Similarly, if I use you can use multiple also, it will multiply by 2. Similarly, you can use in this way also, plus and 1, so it's added on the main data frame column, and it's add 1 on the values of it. So the one thing which I like in this method, as we have null values also in each column, but still it's working fine. They will neglect that particular null value. So guys, that's all for today, and let me now cover the interview questions which can come from this topic. So there's a one okay, so this is the interview question. If you want to add a column in some position, not at the end of the data frame, so you need to explain this insert function at that time. Okay, the second question. So I can see the second question will come. If you want to there's one, if you want to take 2 or 3 columns from your values, so how you gonna do this? So I can say yes, these are the two, or maybe this is also a question. If you want to add a particular number to your data frame column, and you want to add it to the whole data frame, so how you can do this? So you need to explain this, that in this way you can do or add the column. So that's all guys, stay tuned with me. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, like this video. Thank you. Bye bye.